What's up guys, it's David. A lot of the people watching this video will know me as David, obviously from MMA 1 in DCU. So this is a little tutorial series that I might start if you guys are interested for Photoshop, and then when we get into further years like Cinema 4D and stuff, I will do tutorials for that as well. And also I will show you how to guide you guys to get Photoshop CS5 if you guys want that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna close down some stuff, like my browsers and all that cool stuff. Close the window. So yeah, today's tutorial is going to be how to make an awesome looking power button along the lines of this. This will be very handy for like the interactive thing that we have to do for authoring, all that kind of cool stuff. So I'll show you guys how to do that. So let's just jump straight into it. File, new. We shall call it power button because I want to call it power button. Yay. And now these are very important. Just hit 1,000, 1,000, and this right here, make that 78 resolution pixels per inch, and RGB color 8-bit. That's perfect. Now this right here is important. White background color and transparent. Always have it as transparent. For example, when you're using a site like the interface or whatever and you want to import this in and use it as a button, if you click as white, it will just come up as the whole background is white and you can't delete it, and it just makes, well, you can't delete it, but it's just awkward, and it's easier to leave it as transparent. Transparent, when you save the image, it's actually only going to save what's in the image, like it won't save these little grey and white squares behind it, so that's why you always leave it as transparent. Okay, so let's get into it. We're going to start with a paint bucket tool. Your paint bucket tool is here, and we're going to throw a black layer on. Now these are your color tabs here, obviously, and up here. You guys aren't retarded. I'm pretty sure you've used Photoshop, otherwise Trish won't be impressed. But you're going to hit the first layer, make it black, make another layer, and you're going to come down to your rounded rectangle tool. You're going to hit that and you're going to make this 50. I don't know why mine's 49, but it is 50. Well, you can make whatever you want, it's personal preference. You're going to make sure this box here is highlighted because this means fill whatever I make in my shape with a color that I select over here, and you're going to click this and you're going to make it red, because I've never seen a power button that isn't red. Corner to corner, you're going to hit shift because that makes a symmetrical image, and you're just going to go corner to corner. Shebang. There you go, you got your red. Now what this means here is it's a vector mask, and that means that basically it has just cut this layer out. It's basically cut a rectangle out of this layer here, our black layer, and filled it with red. This is just complicated. You don't want this, so you're going to right click and rasterize the layer. This makes it a shape. Now shapes are a whole lot easier to move and edit and all this kind of cool stuff. So yeah, Control Z, by the way, is undo. It's a shortcut, but I think it only undoes once or twice. So to undo multiple steps, hit Control Alt and delete, which is Z. Take a drink. On Mac, when I say Control, I mean Command. I'm not working on a Mac yet. I'm hopefully gonna get one next year. Now, okay, what you're gonna do with this layer is you're gonna duplicate it. So Control or Command J, and that's your hotkey for duplication. And there you go. You got two of these. 1, 2. Okay. So you're gonna take this one and you're going to make it white. So you're gonna want white, paint bucket, boom, white. Okay. You're gonna pull it in between the red and the black layers, and this is a very handy tip to know. Control T is transform instead of going into image or edit. I don't even know what it is, edit and free transform and all that kind of stuff. I will show you what you would need to use transform for later in another tutorial. But right here, if you did click shift, it would keep everything symmetrical and all that kind of stuff. But what would happen is this. Now, you don't want that, because then you're gonna have to pull it down like and try. Well, that worked pretty easy, but that defeats the purpose of what I was saying. Okay, so to do that, just don't do that. Okay. Yeah, what was I saying? So you're gonna hit shift and alt, spreads it in equal directions like this. See that? Fucking awesomeness. yeah. Don't worry if it looks all pixelated. Let me zoom in a little bit. See, don't worry if it looks all kind of pixelated on these edges here. As soon as you hit tick, it kind of rounds itself off. Nice. So we got nice smooth edges. It's all nice and symmetrical and looking cool, and it vaguely resembles a power button. So now what we're going to do next is hit another layer, and you're going to go into your shape tool, and you're going to get an ellipse tool. Now the ellipse tool is basically rectangles and circles and all that other stuff. And I know you guys know this, but this is in case any of my other subscribers are watching this video and they have never used Photoshop before. So you're going to hit shift, which keeps everything symmetrical, as I said before. I got really tickly throat. So you're going to hit shift and drag from corner to corner, and that creates a nice white circle. Now you're going to rasterize this layer, like I said before, makes things easier, and duplicate it. Okay, so now you got a white circle and you're like, David, this doesn't resemble anything like a fucking circle. This is where the trick is. This is a really handy trick for creating all these kind of cool rings and all that kind of stuff. You hit control. Now look at the finger right now is over the top of thumbnail. It's just normal hand with a pointy finger. When I hit control, you get a broken rectangle. This means highlight the outline of the layer. So when I click this, it highlights the outline of this circle here. Now what you gotta do is you gotta hit Control T to transform this. You want to make this highlighted area a little bit smaller, so you're going to hit Shift and Alt. Now this is where Shift and Alt is important, because you want to pull all sides in like this. Okay, so I think that's about right. I'm kind of rushing, but you know, I know you guys are like, oh, you're Irish, whatever. So that makes that a little bit smaller, and what you're going to do is you're going to click on the shape underneath it, and you're literally, all you're going to do is press delete. Okay, now what delete does is it deletes everything that's inside this circle. When you have a highlighted line like this, this means that this area is all you're working in. This is the only place that you can work. So let's say, it's too late to give you an example, but we'll just keep going. I hear an alarm. That's a fire alarm. Okay, I will continue this in a minute. Okay guys, apologies for that interruption. It's just false alarm, someone's taking the piss downstairs. If it does happen to come up to my apartment, I will pause the tutorial again. Okay, so now you have this nice layer like this. So you can delete this top layer here, which was the shape that we were using, and you get this. Okay, so you can Control D